Welcome in, you guys. How's it going? How's it going? Good morning, Vietnam. Or good afternoon, I should say. Just getting started here, y'all. Brees, what up, Brees? Ultra low latency. Let's see what that's all about. You currently do not have TikTok. All right, TikTok should be connecting. YouTube is connecting. I think we are good. Goldcaster Labs. Yes. Yes. Checking all streams. All right. Not much, Breeze. What's up with you, man? What's going on in your part of the world? TikTok successfully connected. YouTube successfully connected. All right, we're in business, y'all. We are in business. Andrew, what up, Andrew? Welcome in, buddy. I have been seeing you online crazy early. Yeah, bro, I've been going live early in the mornings, just trying to see what the algorithm likes. Just taking notes and collecting data. Yo, did you change the stream time? No. Just on the weekends. On the weekends, I'm right now I'm doing a lot of testing, bro. So I'm just collecting data, seeing what time what groups of people are online, you know? Yeah, just seeing what times people are online. I'm finding a lot of, you know, in the morning, YouTube is really, oops, gotta change that. In the morning, YouTube is really popular. And TikTok is not. TikTok is, people are still sleeping. Bree says, not a whole lot, man. Just settling down for the evening. Just got a PGY Tech camera strap today. Oh, nice, dude. PGY Tech has been supporting me for a while, dude. They send me all kinds of stuff. Which one did you get, Brees? I'll hang in YouTube chat. I was actually going to go live tonight. Now then I saw you on. Yeah, so I was working for the past like 30-40 minutes figuring out my audio because I need to run my AC at the same time as I'm running my setup because my room will get hot. So I was fixing my audio, so I think I got it nailed down. Hey bro, I want to get the Sigma 24-70 versus the Mark II. What do you think? I think if you can afford the Mark II, get the Mark II, but the Mark I is just fine, man. 100%. 100%. Callum, should I buy a Sony ZV-E10 for going traveling for vlogs? If you can swing for the Sony ZV-E10 II, I would recommend the Sony ZV-E10 II for sure. If that's not a possibility, the ZV-E10 Mark I, it'll get you started, man. The ZV-E10 II is just so much better, bro. I got the Mark VI. What's a Mark VI? You are good now. No fan noise. Thanks, buddy. So listen, Andrew, I know, you know, like I always tell everybody, man, like I'm good on the video side. I'm good on the visual side. And I'm good on setting up the scene. Like I got that down. The audio, bro. The audio is a problem. What was happening? I'll keep it brief for you. What was happening is because I have this thing called Wave Link. There are different types of virtual audio channels that I have going on. I'm not sure why it's so complicated. But anyways, what was going to TikTok was named something. So there's Wavelink Audio. Wavelink Audio, that's one product, right? That has everything tied into it. It routed all the audios, like the web page, the mic, the music, Premiere Pro, a video game, everything's wrapped into it, right? It was named properly on TikTok, but for some reason it was set to default audio on OBS, and what goes to YouTube is OBS sound. So over there, I needed to label it something that I could recognize. So I named it Wave Stream Mix. So now I have also sound effects. Now I have sound effects in both of them. Yeah, I actually did see that. That Peter McKinnon did make a video for the audio. I don't think mine sounds as good as his, but I think I'm close. I'm close. A couple comments here. Breeze, much better than the factory stuff. It was the wrist strap Air. Okay, cool. You do marketing too? Cbus, yeah, I work in marketing. I mean, my job is a content creator for and basically it's marketing, social media marketing. Yo, are you into, I have tons of action cameras. Yep, tons of action cameras. I got a lot of comments over here. You look majestic in this lighting. Thanks. Nobody's ever called me majestic before. I appreciate it. What camera are you using to stream? This right now, I'm actually using actually, thanks for asking. I'm using a Canon R50, a Canon R10 for TikTok. Sorry, so this is a Canon R10 right here. This is what you see on TikTok. And over in the YouTube world is a Canon R50. What I'm utilizing. And the cameras that I have here are, this is the R50 right here with the 16mm. And I got the Canon R10 right here with the 23mm. Really nice combo, guys. Really nice combo. And then I got a top-down shot right here for whenever you guys want to see some top-down stuff. If I ever want to show you guys some stuff on my desk. My TikTok chat isn't populating. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna start this over real quick. I need to watch the chat over here on this. What camera you're using? Is the ZF-1F still decent in your opinion? I mean, it's still decent, bro. Just understand that you're gonna run into some limitations, you know. What's a good sports photography camera budget that's in $1,200? Probably the 6400 or the R10. The R10 would be good. GoPro Hero 13 or DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. I'd probably get the Osmo Action 6. How about the Fuji X-T5? Fuji X-T5 is nice, bro. With what is that? 40 megapixels? Hell yeah, dude. How do you have the stream simultaneously and swapping between cams? So I have cameras set up and I have OBS set up, routing both the cameras, and one of them is going to TikTok Live Studio via a virtual cam, and I'm sending those two signals out into the world. What is the best beginner camera? The R50. What is OBS? OBS is a software called Open Broadcast Software. If you don't know what OBS is, you got a lot of homework to do tonight. Lots of homework to do tonight. Guys, all of the cameras that I'm utilizing are, if you're on TikTok, you can find them in my link in bio on my profile page. And if you're interested on YouTube, it's the first link in my description. Is a zoom lens like 18 to 55 still crisp? Depending on which one. Signature by Carl. Yo, bro. Brother. Would you recommend the Canon R50 or should I save for something better? Like I have the R50 is it's definitely a lot better than your T3. The R50 is good, bro. If you can swing for the R50 and then save a couple of gold coins for a good lens, you're gonna be good, man. The R50 is nice. I'm using the R50 right now on TikTok. You're literally watching me on the R. Oh no, I'm sorry. On the R. This is the R50. This is the R10 right here, and this is the R50. The price difference between them, granted, I am on two different lenses, so it looks a little different. But there's a $400 price difference between these two cameras. And keep in mind, I am using two different lenses. They're both Sigma 1.4s, but they essentially look pretty similar, don't they? Brother. I just learned open gate for recording. Sick, bro. The Fujinon one. If it's a kit lenses all have their limitations, man. Not the Harley Brothers sound effects. What lens should I get? I have a 55 to 210 for basketball. Gert Butter, what up, man? Good to see you again. Long time no see. If you guys are just joining from YouTube, the way that this works, guys, is basically you just drop your camera gear or what it is that you'd like to talk about, your camera questions in the chat. Let me know what your budget is, and I'll try to answer it the best that I can. I have tons of cameras that I personally own and personally have used over my career as a content creator. Mostly Canon stuff, but I have tons of experience with other kinds of cameras as well. Maybe I should do a poll. I've never done a poll. Should I do a poll, you guys? How do I do a poll? Start a poll. Start a Q&A. Answer viewer questions live. I'm gonna do that. What is... Let's see what this is. What is your dream camera? Start Q&A. And Q&A. I don't know if I want that. Maybe it should be a poll. Ask your question. What camera do you want to buy? What camera do you buy? I'm just setting up a poll over on the YouTubies, guys. Sony. There we go. We'll do Sony, Canon, Nikon, or Fuji. Just the classic flavors, you know. Start poll. We'll see. Yeah, guys, let me know if you guys have any questions about any cameras that you're thinking about buying. Drop your budget in the chat and we'll take a look at it for you. My budget is around $500 for a lens. I have a Sony 63 with a 55-210 and mostly shoot basketball. And what's wrong with that lens, man? Like, what are the challenges that you're having with that lens, bro? Should I buy a Fuji XE5, XT30, or the XT50? Ooh, the XT33 just came out, didn't it? I'd probably get that one. Is your screen name Farts in Your Face? Brother. Is an A7R3 good for sports? BDK, no need to stop spamming. If you spam one more time, bro, I'm gonna block you. An A7S3 is good for sports, buddy. Yeah, he's getting blocked. BDK is blocked. Sorry, buddy. You just got blocked. Block. No spamming. What do you think about the A7C2? A7C2 is sick, bro. I like the A7C2 a lot. A7C2 is very, very nice. Let's check it out. A7C2. looks expensive. Oh yeah, bro. 33 megapixels. Fucking right, bro. Yeah, this is a nice little camera, dude. I like the gray too. I've been looking at the Nikon Z5 II and getting the 50 and a 24. That's a nice combo. The Angel. Gert Butter. The length, I feel like I can't get much in my photos. Too zoomed in IG. What do you mean? Like it's too much reach? Gert Butter, is that what you mean? Like you need a longer lens or you need a shorter lens? Bro, do you have no online courses to learn everything about photography and videography? I mean, I took lots of courses on cinematography. They were pretty expensive though, but basically, man, everything that I know that I learned about photography and video and like getting paid as a photographer and as a content creator, I learned on YouTube University. And then just like following the right people. And I did take a lot of courses. I took more courses on like editing software though. You know, for real, that's what I did. YouTube comment. We got YouTube comment. Yeah, I've been looking into a Nikon Z5. Nikon Z5 is also sick, bro. I am Chef Uno. I am using an A7R5. Nice. I want to do street photography. What lens is good for that? Oh, bro, you can't go wrong with a classic 50 millimeter, man. I prefer for my street photographies on a full frame sensor. I do prefer like a 24, 28, 35, but you can't go wrong with a nifty 50. Nifty 50 is tremendous, bro. Nifty 50 is very, very good. Yeah, Nifty 50 is nice. Guys, if you are interested in any of the products that you're watching me stream on right now, you can find everything that I have in my link in bio if you're on TikTok, and if you're on YouTube, you can find it in the first link in the description. Here I have all of my stuff categorized in my YouTube setup, my cameras, the lenses I recommend, the camera bags, the filters, all the accessories, even this workstation that I have right here. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know about a camera that you're thinking about purchasing, or basically if you have any content creator like questions, let me know. Happy to answer them. Yeah, I was thinking shorter, like a 24 to 70 or something like that. Yeah, you got a small budget too, bro. Maybe check out a Tamron. Check out a Tamron 24 to 70. That'd be good for you. Breeze got last in the spam. Sorry about that, bro. Yeah, I block anybody that spams, especially after I told them already. Thoughts on the Canon R6 Mark III? It's what I got. Canon M3 Mark II. It's good. It's a little older by now. I think that camera came out in 2013, if I'm not mistaken. I was looking at it the other day. M6. Yeah, M6 Mark II. Yeah, this camera went up in price, bro. Look at this fucking price. Crazy, dude. When did it release? I wouldn't recommend anybody buy this camera. 2019. Okay, never mind. 2019. I was way off on that. What did I say? 2016? You PC or Apple Eco for editing? PC for sure. I'm currently using an A7C and a Tamron 28 to 75 G2 lens. I want to upgrade. Camera budget is 2,000. What do you want to upgrade, Chan? Do you want to upgrade the camera or the lens? FX30 or ZVE1 for social media agency work? Please compare and explain. I mean, if you want to do more like hybrid stuff, I would probably get, both of them are like pretty much dedicated video cameras in my opinion. FX30, but the FX30 has like almost, you know, not, I wouldn't use it for photography. It still takes great photos, sure. Also, the FX30 is probably gonna be refreshed here soon. FX30. By the way, guys, what I do when I'm comparing cameras is I go to this website right here, bnhphoto.com, and I add cameras to ZVE1, and I just add cameras to this compare feature, and I just put them together, apples to apples. I think if you want to do the a little bit more hybrid stuff, I would definitely get the ZVE1. Just know that if you do long form videos, like if you need to do interviews of videos and stuff like that, like hour-long, 45-minute long video recordings, the ZVE1 is going to overheat on you, and the FX30 definitely won't. Yeah, so depends on Piñadita. It really depends on what your ultimate end goal is. Yeah, what your ultimate end goal is, I guess. Like, what are you actually going to be doing in your agency more of? 85 is such a great lens. Also, 85 is fire, bro. I don't like it for street photography though, not really. I've been using the R100 for quite some time now and want to upgrade. Any recos on a new cam? R50, R50, R10, R7, JD. The R100, bro. How long did you have that R100, man? Man, I just placed my order for the FX30. It's still gonna be fine, man. The FX30 is gonna be fine for a while, but the FX30 Mark II is probably gonna drop this year. JFK, what up, broski? What's going on in the YouTube world? Anybody hanging out over there? Everybody in the chat, say hi to YouTube. Depending on where you live, get the fan too, because it heats up. Yeah, the ZVE1 is definitely gonna overheat on you, but I think it's built a little bit better, and it has a great full frame sensor, man. My shots are about 2 hours, but shooting, cutting, etc. for social media ads. Yeah, so you probably want something that's gonna last you all day without overheating and like running into issues. So the FX30 is probably gonna be a little bit better. I would work towards upgrading to like start with the FX30. So here's the thing, guys. Here's one thing. Actually, let me clip this. So when you guys are just getting started with your agency work when you guys get started and you want to do like any kind of agency work, you ultimately want to have two cameras, one that is specifically dedicated to video and the other one to photo. Understood that at the very beginning, when you're getting your agency like built up, it's very expensive to get all of these things all at once. So what I recommend doing is understand the roadmap of where your agency is eventually going to lead to, right? So if you can only afford one camera at the beginning to start your agency, I would highly recommend you get a hybrid camera, something like the R6 Mark II, R6 Mark III from Canon, or an A7 IV or an A7 V from Sony. Then later on, once you start to figure out that camera, that hybrid 50-50 camera is going to last you for a good amount of time while you get settled in and you get like dug into the specific kind of niche and content that you're going to be creating for your clients through your agency. After you figured out whether you're going to be focusing on photo more or video more, you can make an easy decision to buy your second camera to better serve your potential clients, right? So start off with a hybrid 50-50 camera, 50% video, 50% photo work, because that'll get you covered for practically any job that you want. But understand you might run into some limitations if your job immediately jumps into recording long form interviews for your clients, like talking heads. Your camera is going to overheat in 4K 30s and long extended periods of time. And then later on, you know, get something more video centric. It's exactly what I did. I have the R6 Mark III as a 50-50 hybrid, and then I also have a C50 for when I want to do those long interview 1 hour plus recording sessions of talking heads of clients that are trying to promote their business. Just food for thought. End. All right, cool. All right, hit that in 2 minutes in one take. Not bad, guys. Not bad, boys. Let me send that to myself real quick. The way that I have my OBS set up right now, guys, is that I can just hit a little record button and I can make it a little bit easier. But then I go to show recordings, and then the video that I just created populates right here. when you guys are just getting started, and then I can just right click, send to my phone, and it just poops it right into my phone. It takes we got a one of the brands that I'm working with, Photo Olex, guys. This brand right here just sent me a message and said, hey, you guys are live right now, so everybody, I don't know if they're in the chat right now, say hi to Photool X. They just sent this prototype out to me recently, and I made some content for them. All right, did that send or not send? I think it should have sent. Send to my phone. It's sending. Cool. All right, back to the chat. My bad, y'all. My bad. I ordered one N500 and one N300 to test out. What are those? N500 and N300? Oh, are you with the church? Sick, bro. That's nice, man. Boop. Isaac Photo Video. What up? FX3 is fun for photos too. Haha. FX3, I mean 12 megapixels, man. I mean, if it takes good photos, that's fine. I like cropping in my photos. I'm not gonna say that it's bad for photos, but is it primarily a photo camera or is it a video camera? Yeah, the Canon PTZs. I remembered. I was like, what are those? I was like, oh, those are those PTZs. I'm getting the C4. Bro, you got a C400. Sick. How much was that C400, bro? I'm kind of jealous. I wouldn't even know what to do with it. Canon C4, but that is like a proper, like if I ever buy one of these cameras, I know that I'll be a real boy. Look at this. Woo-wee. $9 grand, fellas. Jesus Christ, dude. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy, dude. My iPhone has 12 megapixels. 12 megapixels on a picture, I mean on a full frame sensor, that's not the bad part. It's just how you use it, right? Like for me, like when I take photos, man, I do go into the editing, like Lightroom and stuff, and I do mess around a lot. So like I prefer something that has like over 20 megapixels at least. My favorite photo camera has 45 megapixels. I'm getting an FX6 tomorrow too. Sick, bro. All you guys got money. All you guys got. Do I have a money sound? Fuck. No, that's not it. I don't think I have a money sound. Nope. I need to get me one. I'll write that as a note. Add money bag sound. Recommend me a Fujifilm coming from a 6700. The caching. What do you want to do with your camera, bro? Stu, solo travels, exactly, bro. If I had unlimited funds, you guys, if I had unlimited money, I would get a Sony A7CR, or I would wait for an A7CR Mark II or an A7R, just because I want that like 60 megapixels. Like I really like the high mega, just because I love the flexibility. Do I need it? No, of course not. Nobody needs that many megapixels, but it's nice to have. The Canon R6 Mark III 100/500 was what I shot on this weekend. Nice, dude. Great combo. The 100-500 LDS is on my wish list, but it's rather low on my wish list. Not because I just don't have a use for it, like I don't do sports and stuff. And my 70-200 is plenty, but it's on my list. I'm gonna own a 100-500 one day, but I also want this, you guys. This is another thing. If I had unlimited money, If you guys had unlimited money, what would you buy? I want this one, RF 100 to 300. This is my dream lens right here. Like my hey, one day I'm gonna own this. Woo-wee. 11 grand, boys. 11 grand. Canon for sports budget is 35 Canadian. Bro, you have all the money in the world, Alan. You can fucking buy anything, bro. Yeah, dude, you should get an R6 Mark III and then get a 70 to 200 and call it a fucking day, broski. Yay, mega pickles. Which Canon, Buzz Henry Masaki, which Canon video camera would you recommend for beginner videographer 400? I would probably shoot Henry Makasi for the R50V, bro. I will never stop recommending this camera, guys. This is like the best beginner camera that is. I know it's not $400. I know you said your budget was $400, but this is what I recommend, man. If you get this, bro, you're set, man. You're fucking set. For a beginner, that's all you need, man. I have a Sony ZV-E10 II. Should I got 9mm or 10mm lens? It depends. Who's the 9mm from? Is that the Viltrox one? And who makes the 10? Use Klarna. Of course it's a Canon. Of course it's a Canon, bro. Of course. Canon is number one, boys. If you guys don't know, Canon is number one. It's not an argument, man. It's not a competition, but Canon wins. R6 Mark III. Yeah, the R6 Mark III is sick. I own one myself. It's a dream camera, dude. Should I buy a Canon or a Fujifilm X-T33? Depends on what the Canon is. The X-T32 is nice, though. He can get a Hasselblad. I would not get a Hasselblad. What do you think of the Ronin 4D? Bro, a lot of people ask about the Ronin 4D. Hey, real quick, over on YouTube, how loud is the music? Is the music too distracting? Let me know. What was I saying? I got distracted there for a second. Oh, Ronin 4D. The Ronin 4D, boys, I keep getting questions about it and people seem to be really interested in it. The issue and the only place that I've seen Ronin 4Ds being used is in production houses. And they're being used with very, very specialized... Look at this fucking thing. They're being utilized for very specialized shots, very unique oneers. So these are good for where I've seen them used professionally, like out in the wild, is on TV for like whenever a bunch of athletes are running out of a tunnel and there's a camera guy that's running beside them and like holding this fucking chicken neck thing, this 4D. And then other shots that I've seen this in is when somebody is running through like a forest and somebody's running besides them, like handheld, and you get like that natural kind of bouncing motion as they track the subject through. So those kind of style of shot, or like chasing a car, you know, if you don't, you know, on a bicycle, or tracking a bicycle, I mean, on a car. Those are the kind of specialized shots that I see people using this for. And the only people that I see owning this are production houses. So I've never seen anybody personally own this. Also, look how big this fucking thing is, dude. This thing does not pack down nicely. So wherever you go, you have to take like a fucking Pelican case that's a block with you. You know what I mean? So it would be like a nightmare to own personally. Those are my thoughts on it. The music is low. It's good though. All right, bet. Andrew, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Good looking out, man. I have a Sony 6000 since I'm a beginner. Should I get a Tamron 17? You should. Assume you should. Cranked up my audio. I can barely hear it when you stop talking. Okay. I just want it to be like subtle, really, is my goal with it, is for it to be subtle. I like my Sony f4 nice. Yeah, that's a nice lens. I do hear music. The music is at a perfect volume. All right, cool. We don't want the music to overpower his voice. Yeah, exactly. I want it to be like, and I kind of have like lo-fi kind of like elevator music, I'll call it, you know? What camera to buy for beginners? Yo, some people are answering questions over here on the YouTube world. Look at this. Can I see this poll? What is it? So I asked, what camera do you want to buy? And 29% of the people, wow, it's split. How many people are 8 votes? 8 votes on. So everybody selected two pick, made 2 picks. That's cool. Let's see, YouTube. YouTube, hello YouTube. What are you guys doing? What do you think is a better choice for high school sports, photography, rugby, full frame DSLR, or mirrorless APS-C? It depends, buddy. The newer mirrorless cameras have some really impressive autofocus, bro. Full frame DSLR, you know, which mirrorless APS-C? Because I would go with the one that has the best autofocus, regardless if it's a mirrorless or a DSLR. What's your cheapest, best quality I can get? I'm in Zimbabwe. The R50V. R50V. I don't know anything about Zimbabwe, but the R50V is the best of the best of the best. If you guys can get one of these cameras, if one of you guys can get one of these cameras in your hands, boys, you're fucking set, dude. Like, you can make any kind of fucking videos with this camera, dude. You can make music videos, you can make highlight reels, you can make streaming content, you can be a fitness gym bro, you can be one of those makeup girlies, lifestyle. You can do fucking any. With this camera, $600, you're fucking unstoppable. I'm not even trying to oversell it, man. That's really, I love that camera, this camera right here, the R50V, so much. I have 2 of them. I almost bought a third. Almost bought a third, but I didn't. I bought a Sony instead. I would personally say the mirrorless APS-C. I would almost say that as well, Dr. Swablu, but really, for realsies, I would go with the one that has the better autofocus, because there are some, like, I mean, if we're talking about like a 5D Mark IV, I'd probably get the 5D Mark IV, you know? Do you have any color grading tips? Color grading tips are to practice every day. NC, I am editing a sermon. A preacher spoke on his son who passed tragically. He asked if I could edit it out. Of course I can. Yeah. Edit that part out. Yeah, I do, because I work, my full-time job is a content creator for a law firm. There are some things, like, I have to be very diligent and very careful that I don't represent the attorneys that I work for in any kind of bad light. So I'm also very careful with what they say and like how I present them on camera. Planning to get a ZVE10, what do you think? I think you should get a ZVE10 II. Still rocking DSLR. Nothing wrong with DSLR, man. Can it provide good enough background separation when we're talking about f6.3 at 6mm from 50 yards? I would say probably 600mm, bro, is like nuts. You're smashing that background at 600mm. What business would you start with a ZVE10 II? Social media branding, social media marketing business. Absolutely. There's a million ways to make money with a camera right now, guys. Oh, by the way, I did want to show you guys over on the TikTok world. I had kind of mentioned to you guys before, and YouTube, but there's a young woman that I'm following on TikTok that she's like super duper inspiring, that I think that you guys will enjoy as well, because all that she's doing is she's getting off of her ass and touching grass, going outside and talking to people, asking them if they want photos for their business. And she's already secured like a couple of gigs already just from doing that. And I just wanted to share her profile. She doesn't know that I'm doing this or anything like that. But let me see, favorites. This girl right here.
Come with me to shoot a job I booked through door-to-door marketing.
So this girl right here, her name is Maya Kaiser Photo. And like her content is literally just her being brave and like mustering up the business, Granted, she's an attractive young woman, but she goes up to businesses with her camera in hand, and like in the process of her videos, I don't mean to talk her up, but she's like convincing herself to like talking herself up to like gain the confidence, like, okay, I'm gonna go say hi, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say this. Anyways, it's a pretty cool journey because she's made it to a part where this is the latest one that just came up today, where she actually booked a job from a florist that's like, we were looking for a photographer. Oh my God, you came in. Can we pay you a monthly retainer for you to come a couple times a month to take pictures of our products? And guess what they're gonna do with those photos? They're gonna put it on social media and market their business with it. Hello, you guys. Anyways, wanted to share that with you because it's pretty awesome. Do you think getting a digicam with 24 megapixels is worse than getting a good cam? No, it just depends on how you guys are gonna use your cameras. You know, if I were gonna get a digicam and I wanted to shoot aviation photos, then I'd probably have an issue with it, right? Just upgraded my Sony ZV-E10 to a 66. Sick. Low trusted. Congratulations, bro. Do you have the 6700 in your hand? Dynasty 9000. What up, Dynasty 9000? Piñadita. ZV-E1 with big fan. Haha. For the lens, I'm thinking 24 to 70 Zeiss. OSS, I don't want to gimbal. The OSS does not replace a gimbal, bro. So if you're thinking that the lens is going to replace a gimbal, you are mistaken. Real estate is easy cash flow. Yeah, it's hard. That one though, you know, there's some niches that are easier than others, and people, you know, it depends on where you live, you know, geographically, like where you live and what's easier and what is not, right? But yeah, really, I've never done real estate paid, but you can do real estate as well. Just got it today. Sick, bro. Sick. With a Tamron 17 to 70. Perfect. ZV-E10 or 6400? ZV-E10 2. Low-key, so excited. I've been working with the influence and stuff in the Sony ZV-E2 with crazy quality. Yeah, the ZV-E10 1 really started to show its age, man. It's the 8-bit video and like it's supposed to be like an easy content creator camera, but it got dated so fast, you know? 1.9ers. Is a Canon SX740 HS, has 40x zoom and 24 megapixels. To be honest, I want to use it for street photography and traveling. Thank you for the heartbeat. Appreciate that. Who was that? Kevin, God bless you, Kevin. I don't know, man. The only power shot really that I like, guys, is the Power Shot V1, the one that just came out, only because it's so, in my opinion, it's pretty affordable, dude. This camera right here, this camera costs less than, like, you know, and it's brand new. It literally just came out in December. This is such a nice camera. Maybe it didn't come out in December, but it came out recently, and like, this is really nice, dude. If I were to get a point and shoot, I'd get this. You're gonna love the 67, man. The low light on is gonna be nice. I'm doing the Chipotle Nationals with my boy. Nice. Should I get a Ricoh? Ooh. Want to use it for travel, hiking, and nature. Noah. The Ricoh's nice, bro. So's the Sony, though. It's a tough one. I would get the one that has the better battery life, but the Ricoh is nice, man. Yeah, the Ricoh is nice. Dr. Swablu, I have a fun question. Oh, sure. No specific system or focal length money is no issue. What is the best lens? Probably, I'll show you. Probably the in my opinion, the one that I think is the best is this one, 50 to 150 f2. This lens right here, I don't know what the fuck the Sony engineers were doing when they thought of this fucking thing, but this is it, dude. If you can have one lens, if you can get an A7 IV and A7 V and have this lens right here, you can basically do anything. You get like a 16 to 35 and you are good. 16 to 35 and a 50 to, it is big. It's big and bulky and big and chunky, but this is it right here. Let's see. Low trusted. Do you have any advice or like scripts to do businesses for me? I've been DMing a lot of people or business online and emailing. But maybe I need to call and come in. You need to call and go in, bro. If you, it's easy to ignore a text, a message, a DM, an email. It's very easy to ignore that, man. And business owners are really busy, bro. So, an example of something that I would do that I do even to this day, like when I want to work with a brand, we'll say I want to work with this brand right here. Chances are that you probably already own products. Can I get this in fucking focus here? This company right here, chances are that I probably already own a product of a company that I really, really like. I would photograph it, man, and just like tag them and everything. So if you want to extend that to like a local business, like a brewery or a restaurant or a flower shop, I would just go in there. So I guess what I'm saying, a long way of saying, is like, quit with the calling and the emailing. Like, you know, that has its place. But if you're gonna break up your day and like your client acquisition into like percentages, email and cold calling and all that kind of stuff and cold DMing. If you've been doing 90 to 80% of that and it hasn't been working, what I would do is scale it back a little bit and insert, you know, face-to-face communication. Insert that and see what like yields something. Because for you to gain a little bit of confidence and get your first gig, bro, it only takes 1 or 2 jobs. And then you're like, oh shit, now I have some social proof. Now I can use these clients to build up a portfolio that I can show out to other people. And it'll snowball a lot quicker than you think. Are you going to become a millionaire and like ultra wealthy overnight? Fuck no, bro. But it'll at least pay the bills. Yeah, I would go outside. Low trusted. I would go outside, bro. Touch some grass. Practice your street photography. You know, it helps that you're not antisocial, and that you know how to talk to people and you're not a dick. You know, be nice. That's one thing. 28 to 70. Yeah. No, the zoom on the Sony is tempting me. Yeah, this 50 to 150 is sick, bro. I'm confident and like my stuff, but I don't know why I can't see myself calling or coming in. Because it's hard, man. It's difficult. It's difficult. Like I said, I just showed you this girl's TikTok, and I don't know, man. I think a lot more people can benefit from seeing shit like that, and she's putting herself out there, you know. I manage a social media account and stuff. Yeah, just go outside, man. It sounds like that's all you gotta do. Go outside and actually start talking to people. We're all scared of that, man. We're all scared of rejection and stuff like that. But I gotta tell you something, man. It's really difficult to tell people to fuck off to their faces. What I mean by that is, like, don't go into a restaurant or a coffee shop during like busy rush hour. You know what I mean? Scope it out, understand when businesses are busy and when they're not busy, understand when a boss is in, and just be nice, smile. And if you're cordial and pleasant to like talk to, they'll at least be like, not really interested, or nah, I don't think we can afford that, but at least you'll get the conversation going, right? But like, nobody's gonna be like, fuck you. They're business owners. You know what I mean? They're not like you're not meeting like a biker dude at a biker bar. You know what I mean? Like, these are nice people. Yeah, they're nice people. Let's see, we got the poll over on YouTube, guys. I asked the people, what camera do you want to buy? 31 of you guys, 13 votes, 31 of you say Sony, and 31 of you say Canon. Let's say you walk in and the manager is in front of you. I'd introduce myself. I'd say, hey, my name is Vic. I'm a photographer local to the area. I was checking out your business, and I also checked out your social media, and I saw that you haven't posted any content in the past 3-4 months, whatever the date is. I've noticed that you haven't posted any content. Do you guys need any content for your social media, or who runs that? Would you be interested in potentially seeing the kind of work that I can produce for you, or can I offer you a free photo shoot of whatever it is the business is? Simple as that. Also, bro, practice with AI, man. When I go on interviews, because I interview a lot, I have a decent job now, but I'm always interviewing. Always interviewing. I have an interview this Monday, and I'm really happy with my job. But I use AI to basically make a I make it act as an interviewee. So I have it ask me interview questions. So anyways, what I meant by that is like, hey, give ChatGPT or give your favorite AI a prompt of like, hey, act as a flower shop owner, and I'm approaching them as with interested in pitching myself as a photographer for their business, right? Something like that. Get creative, man. Use these fucking tools. Don't rely on them too heavily, you know. Don't rely on them too heavily, but at least it'll give you some fake scenarios that you can kind of like role play in your mind. And I think there's a place and a time for role playing, you know. Don't get too obsessed with it, because sometimes it might not work out, and that's okay. And that's okay. Sean Orick. Still using my RX 100. If it ever dies, I'll just get another. Is that the Sony RX 100? There's a new one out, right? Appreciate it, big dog. I got you, bro. I would like to develop my portfolio or video work. Any advice on how to start? What kind of content do you make? Regardless of the it's raining over here, guys. Regardless of the content you make, my advice would be to pick a specific type of work that you want to get hired for, and then dedicate a good part of the year to creating content around that specific type of work or niche, and then have a highly curated portfolio for the type of work that you want to get hired for. And then 3 months later, if you want to, you know, do another kind, like if you want to do sports media or like sports, you know, action sports or combat sports, then create content and develop a portfolio around that. Then the next season, the next 6 months or 3 months, if you want to do homecoming, wedding, you know, dedicate some time of the year for that. So I guess I mean to say is like, concentrate for a period of time on a specific niche, and then develop specific portfolios, highly curated portfolios in that, whatever it is that you want to get hired for. Mainly videos for local business. All right, yeah, cool. Yeah, so yeah, I would how's your highlight reel right now? Do you have a highlight reel right now? A portfolio piece? 50 to 150 is a beast of a lens though. Near me, the Canon, though, hear me out. I have that lens, the Canon 85. Yeah, that lens is nice. Check out the optic on this fucking thing. The element, look at this. Ooh, let me put on another light, boys. This will be some. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, the optic on this fucking lens is crazy nice, man. 85 f1.2. I only use this lens like once or twice a year. Oh, okay, thanks. Yeah, that's what I would do probably. But what does your highlight reel look like right now? If you have one. Did I get violated over, or violated? Did I get a violation over on TikTok? I don't think so. Yeah, it's raining like crazy over here. Actually, I need to go check my windows. I'll be right back, you guys. 5 seconds. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Yeah, my the back of my sofa was getting all wet. I was holding it in a camera store. I was shocked on how light it was. The 85? 85 is kind of heavy, to be honest. Honestly, I only have one. Okay, well, you got something to work towards, right? You definitely got something to work towards. One video, that's why I'm planning on doing exercise or something to showcase my skills. Yeah, just start creating more content, man. Creating more content. Yeah, definitely start creating more content. And what kind of, because there's also niches within businesses too. So right now you probably have like a little bit of a wide net. In like what type of business do you see yourself creating content for? Dr. Swablu, the 85 1.2 is so light compared to the 85 f2, or just, I have that lens as well, and I don't have the EF. The 28 to 70 f2 is big though. Yeah, it is heavy. I don't know where my C50 is. Check this bad boy out. Ooh. I got another angle, boys. Check this out. This is a fucking lens right here. Big Chungus, aka Big Bertha. Very nice. I assume you're more of a... Hey, what up, buddy? I assume you're more of a videographer. I am more of a still shooter. I call myself a content creator, really. Truthfully, that's not a photographer or a videographer, more of a content creator. I think that gives me a little bit more flexibility of how I would call myself. But I do a lot of video, yes. Alistar, how are you? I'm doing video on my R7 with a top handle monitor and a side handle. How do I get the video to be stable? A tripod. A tripod. There is one big thing that I've noticed with beginner videographers, people that want to get started with videography, and that we think that IBIS and IS in the lens is going to solve all of our issues. And I hate to break it to all of you normies and noobs out there. I used to be one of you, but I'd like you to keep this in mind, or a frame in your frame of reference. If you ever see a movie or a sporting event where there's professional camera handlers, if you ever take notice on people that are trying to get steady shots that are being handheld, what do they have with them? They normally have this fucking thing that sticks out of their back and onto their thing through a cable that helps them hold the camera steady. If they're not using whatever the fuck that thing is called, they're using the square thing that holds the camera steady. If they're not using that fucking thing, they're using a gimbal, you know, to hold the thing like as steady as possible. Anyways, I'll give you one more example. In the movies, when they're trying to do these things, what do they have things like a chasing scene, like a car chasing scene? What do they have strapped to like an entire automobile? They have this whole fucking crane system that is holding this camera, like bouncing up and down, right? Anyways, I say all that to say, you're never gonna get steady footage as you think you're gonna get by going handheld. There's a time and a place for handheld shooting, but I would say in most sequences and most edits, Handheld stuff should be used for creative purposes and creative shots strategically throughout your film to like showcase like emotion or intensity, or you know, changing the scene by like panning or panning quickly to the side, like a pan swoop. But they should be about 5 to 10% of your video handheld shots. The rest of them, they probably should be on tripods. But how does one get stable? They use monopods, bro. They use monopods and tripods. So if you want to be more mobile, what you use is a monopod. They use one of these. And this is what they use. And a monopod is quicker because you can just pick it up and go. The one that I have is a little expensive. You don't need an expensive one, but they do sell. Let's see. They do sell tripods that turn into monopods. Where do I have my tripods at? Is it over here? Here it is. Here we go. They sell tripods that turn into monopods. These are okay. You know, getting a dedicated monopod has its advantages, but if you're on a budget and you don't really know what you need just yet, get something like this. Also, bro, some of it is fixed in post, but not all of it. Just pay attention to, like, if you're on a field, like, here's one thing that I will always do, man. If I'm trying to create video of something and I look at the people that have already created it, right? Like on a professional level. So in your example of like a sporting event, I'll just use this example, like a sports photographer. I would look at the NFL, FIFA. I would look at the MLB. What are those guys using? What's the gear that they use to create their content with? If you notice anybody on the NFL sidelines, that's a photographer, they have a couple of things with them. One, they have 2 cameras with at least 2 to 3 lenses, and they always have what? A tripod or a monopod. All of them. I heard Sony was it isn't true, bro. There's no, again, you're not understanding what I'm saying to you, man. After I just kind of laid all that out for you, you're still not getting it, bro. You're still not getting it. There is no camera that is gonna be good handheld, dude. Get a monopod or a tripod. What's crazy is, like, I literally just shared that all with you, and you're still like, oh, but maybe I can still get by. Come on, I'm literally telling you, man. I'm literally telling you, man. I'm not making this up, dude. I'm not making this up, bro. NFL sports photographers, just the first couple of images, broski. Monopod, 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 monopod. Like every single one of them, dude. Every single one of them. This is just a quick Google. You know, and the people that probably don't use monopods, man, they're probably not capturing. They probably are not needing to capture steady video that day. And chances, if you're looking through your eyepiece, chances are you're not capturing video anyways. Yeah. I would get in. No, a tripod is definitely not the way to go. I would say get something like this. Get a tripod that turns into a monopod. But if you already have a tripod, then getting a monopod. I would get the 2-in-1 though, for real. And you learn how to use it, man. It's a tool. It's a tool, bro. Again, I kind of think it's a cheat code, man. Check out the people, check out the kind of photos that you want to create. And pay attention to the people that do it at the highest level, man, and just see what they're using. However, I'll say for sports photography, I use a monopod for sports, but not for stabilization because the lenses are heavy. Yeah, but you also did say, I think you said earlier that you're more of a photographer, right? If you want to create video, dude, a monopod, being on a monopod or a video head, and like you're locked in and you're tracking the ball, like with that mono, bro, the footage is going to be a million times better than what it's going to be handheld. Do you recommend getting an EF to RF adapter to get EF lenses that they're outdated? Yes, I do. Make sure to, if you can afford it, get a Canon branded adapter and not a third-party one. The 2-in-1 tripod and monopods are so goated. Newer is a really nice one. Yeah, I use K&F Concept for my tripods and also Small Rig. Yeah, this is the one that I've been really liking a lot. I bought 2 of these. Look at this. I bought this early last year. I bought 2 of these. This one was really nice because it had a heavy payload. So I liked this one a lot, and it also is a 2-in-1. $139. Pretty solid. Yeah, I shoot exclusively stills. Yeah, exactly. But you're right. You know, monopods are used, but they also are needed for those steady shots. Because what happens with those heavy lenses, bro, is that you aren't steady, you know? 13 viewers over on the YouTubes. All right, YouTubes. I wonder if TikTok realizes that I'm now multi-streaming, because lately it's been really low numbers over there. But YouTube is just climbing and climbing and climbing. I appreciate you, YouTube viewers. God bless you. Thanks for joining. We got a total of 19 votes in the YouTube chat, you guys. And it's 42 people vote Sony, 32 vote Canon. Sony always wins these type of contests, these types of polls. And Canon's always second. Hey, this is Andrew. TikTok hates when you say another platform names. They really are limited. I think they are, bro. I think that they are. I'm okay with it though, because I do want to migrate over to YouTube. And if TikTok starts kicking me or whatever, I'm not gonna lose any sleep over not going live on TikTok, because I do plan on now that I learned, Andrew, that this is like works well, and I have a bit of I know that I can do this, like I have the setup and the things, and I can do all this multi-streaming thing. I think I'm gonna be considering going over to Twitch, multi-streaming to Twitch and Kick as well. Jahar, I have an R8 and a 6000. Nice. Planning to replace the 10-year-old A6000 with a C7. Take photos only. I like the 6700, man. You don't want to get a full frame? 67 is great though. Renzo, what up, Renzo? Why is the 64 better than the R50? I don't really think that it is. The 64 does shoot in S-Log. If you really want to like nitpick a little bit, have you put them in the tool to compare them? Have you compared them actually, or have you guys not done that? What did we say? 6400? And then we'll add the R50. It's certainly more expensive. More expensive doesn't always mean more better. So we got 24 megapixels, 24 megapixels. Crop factor, no IBIS. This one doesn't have any IBIS. This one has digital IBIS, which is. This one has electronic shutter, 8000. This one has a front curtain electronic shutter. This one shoots faster. Look, 15 FPS, 11 FPS. So I don't want to say that it's better, bro. This one does shoot in S-Log though. Ooh, this one's 8-bit. Oh, this one's also 8-bit though. Both of them are 8-bit, I'm pretty sure. Ooh, this one has better monitor. Look at this. Almost twice as many dots in the monitor. Electronic OLED viewfinder, better viewfinder. This one doesn't even have a viewfinder. I think the Canon wins on this one, broski. Oof. I'm telling you, man, Sony is not as cheap as people think. Ask that person if they know what S-Log is. Julia, hello, Julia. Yeah, Renzo, who is that? Renzo that was asking? Renzo, do you shoot in log at all? Hot take, Canon is so much better than Sony. Canon is so much better than Sony, bro. 100% agree. 100% agree. 100% agree. What do you recommend for photography and video? Probably the R10. If you're looking at a 6400, look at this price difference, bro. The price of this is like another 500 bucks. For another 500 bucks, I would probably just get an R10. The R10 still doesn't have log, but it shoots in 10-bit video, and it has a viewfinder, and it costs about $1,100. Don't shoot log. Yeah, so if you don't shoot log, man, the R50 is just as good. But just think of your prices. Like if you're right here at this price range, why not look at the R10? And you don't shoot in log, so you don't need that. Oh, look, it's cheaper. So this right here, I would go for the R10. Like if you're in the $1,000 range, the Canon R10 right here, this has a viewfinder. This has 10-bit video. It has the same megapixels. This actually has a mechanical shutter, so that's better. This one shoots 23 FPS. Look at this, 23 versus 11. Yeah, and it has 10-bit video right here. See? H.265, which I don't know. I'm not very good with my codecs. Maybe somebody in the chat that's better with that stuff could let me know what's better. Can you look at my page? I'm not looking at pages tonight, buddy. Sony E-mount is having a wide choice of lenses. Yeah, you do get a wide choice of lenses with E-mount, sure. R50 is great value since you can get it with a great lens and it will be less than the R10. Yeah, it will be, yeah. Yeah, you can get the R50 and you can get like a nice decent little lens and you'll still be like close to 1,000. Yeah. Yeah, ergonomics is better on Canon, sure. I don't know about these two cameras though, bro. The R10 definitely feels good. The R50 is really tough to hold. Same with the R50V though. Yeah, same with the R50V. Are you still going to Shutterfest in St. Louis? I don't think I ever was, bro. Best cheap lens for the R10. For all crop sensor cameras, regardless of the mount, I always recommend the Sigma lenses, guys. The Sigma lenses are top tier, man. And they're not that expensive. Canon ergonomics are better. 100% agree. Ergonomics, you think they're subjective? I think if something feels comfortable in the, I mean, I guess. It also depends on the because the smaller bodies, regardless of the camera system, the smaller bodies that don't have grips are kind of really tough to hold, man. Yeah, on all my small cameras, I have cages to extend the grip and add weight because they are incredibly small. R6 Mark II versus A1. I'd get the R6 Mark II. Renzo, are you still window shopping, bro? I'm calling you out, Renzo. I'm calling you out. Yeah, bro, make a decision, broski. You haven't listened to a thing I've said, man. You haven't listened to a fucking thing I've said, Renzo. Make a decision, kid. I love my R10 and R50V. They get, oh yeah, that's a nice combo. R10 with an R50V, you got everything covered, bro. Some nice, decent photos and the R50V for some video. Hell yeah. Yeah, Renzo, are you getting out there and shooting at all? You have a camera, don't you? I think you do. Pretty sure you do. Though between the R6 II and the A1 depends because those are completely different use cases. Yeah, Renzo just likes asking questions, man. Renzo's just a window shopper. Kylie Padilla. Hello, Kylie Padilla, over from YouTube. How are you? What do you think about me getting a T7 as a starter camera? I'm comfortable using more high-end cameras from what college provides, but I'm getting a personal camera now. I wouldn't recommend anybody buy a Rebel camera. I think they're a waste of money, truthfully. And I don't say that they're bad or anything because of that they're cheap. I actually think they're kind of expensive for what they provide. So the minimum camera that I recommend from Canon, this is no joke, because look, this is $529. I would just get an R50, dude. An R50 and you are set, dude. You are set for like a while, and it isn't like that much more money. $799 versus $529, a couple extra $100. Totally worth it, dude. You could even get this like the body only with no lens for $679, and then buy yourself a really nice kit lens, a nice cheap lens like the Nifty 50, which is a much nicer lens. So yeah, the Kylie, the Rebels, I think they're just a waste of money, dude. I think they're just a waste of money. I'd rather save this $500, wait an extra month or two, and put together $700. And look, it comes in white. Ooh. Yeah, I'd rather just get this, dude. Truthfully. It's a million times better. Like, I know that it's an extra $200 or whatever, $300, but that $300 gets you like 1,000 times better camera. Dr. Swablu, that's exactly right. The only time that you should get a Rebel camera, in my opinion, is if you're 12 years old, is if you're like super old, or grandma gifted it to you. Exactly right. Exactly right. I'm not trying to shade on people that don't have a lot of. That's not my point. My point is that camera, the Rebel series cameras, I think Canon is scamming people with those. They're too expensive. Those cameras. Okay, the only way I'd get that Rebel T7 is if you can find it. How much is it used? Let's look at that. Rebel T7. Let's see if we can find it used. How much is it used? Looky, here it is. If you can get it for this price, now we're talking. So if you were to get this, at least get the 7 Ti. Rebel T7i, I think it's called T7i, right? This one's still expensive. Damn, I wouldn't buy this. I was gonna say if it was 300 bucks, maybe. But they're too expensive for what they are. The R50 is a million times better, dude. I use the 24-105 f4 and the Sirui Nightwalker. Sick. Nice, dude. I like the Sirui stuff. I remember holding the A7 IV and the 50 and being like, this lens would feel so much better. I saw Canon RP used 370. That's a good price for an RP. I was like, what the fuck? My camera store was so nice condition. I'd buy that camera. An RP for under 400. I'd buy that. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a decent price. Especially if it came with a little rinky dinky lens. I'd be like, oh yeah, all day. Yeah, the only reason you should get a Rebel is if you get it for free. I figured I was looking at the R50 as my first option, which found a good deal on Marketplace. Yeah, Kylie, be careful on Marketplace. But the R50, I would eliminate from your selections anything that says Rebel. Anything that says Rebel. The R50 is a great starting point, especially if it's just for photos. It also takes great video. By the way, you guys, if you're on YouTube, you're watching me on a R50. If you're watching me on TikTok, I'm on a Canon R10. Yeah, this is an R50 right now. It's not, these aren't kit lenses, these are nicer lenses, but they are the R50 right here, R50 with a 16 millimeter and an R10 with a 23 millimeter. Also, if you guys are curious or interested in the gear that I actually use and own, if you're on YouTube, you can find my Amazon storefront in the first link in the description. And if you are in TikTok, you can find it in my link in bio. Here I have everything listed from my YouTube setup, lighting gear, cameras, lenses, camera bags, filters, mics, SD cards, all that stuff that you need. I actually got the R50 in white because I was curious. Oh, that's nice, dude. Unfortunately, Canon doesn't sell any white lenses. It'd be cool if they did, though. 284 for a T7 steel. 284. What would you wouldn't even buy one, Dr. Swablu? I think let me role play a little bit. Let me use my imagination. If I go into a store, like a camera store, and I happen to see a used Rebel T7i sitting there with a little kit lens and a battery. If it was 300 bucks, I'd buy it. Just to have it on my shelf, you know? And then I could tell people I have a Rebel camera. It would never get used though, so it would be like a $300 paperweight. I would use it. I would use it for fun. How much is the RP used on MPB? Let's find out. Canon RP. Let's find out. This is what I do, guys. I love nerding out about cameras and just keeping my finger on the pulse, you know? Canon RP, just seeing where cameras are. MPB, 600 bucks. Excellent condition, though. 17 people in the YouTube world. What up, YouTube world? Oh, wrong one. Hold on. The way this works, guys, if you are just joining, I just try to answer as many camera questions as I can as they come in. Currently multi-streaming to TikTok and YouTube, so I'm trying to answer as many questions as possible. Even though TikTok is a little dead right now, YouTube is popping though. My first camera, Sony A7 IV with a Viltrox 80. Ooh, how's that Viltrox, the 85 millimeter? Oh, you just got it? Nice. Congratulations, bro. Congratulations. Is the Renzo, here's another one. God damn it, Renzo. Is the Canon RF S18 to 150 millimeter good? It is not. Did you get sound? I did get sound on YouTube. I did. I figured out. I spent like 30-40 minutes before going live today, and I kind of figured it out. And I also figured out my AC. My AC works just fine, but I don't want the mic to pick up the AC, so I made it sound. I had to do some EQing. I always feel fancy, like a genius, when I mess with EQ. I guess because the T7 has Wi-Fi, that's why the price hike. I don't know. Hot take: a Rebel camera with a kit lens would be worse than my iPhone. You know what it is with the Rebel cameras is that they sell them at Target and Best Buy, and they sell them in this fucking box that has the words Creator Combo Kit. You know, the Creator Combo Kit. And that right there is like, I think it's false advertising, man. I think it's like, maybe not false advertisement. I think it's predatory advertisement. What do you think about the R100? The R100, I own that. The R100 is another camera that falls into that same category, Kylie. It is not worth your money. This camera right here is about $500, and it's not even worth $200. Again, I'm not saying that this camera is bad because it's cheap. These cameras are bad because this has no features, dude. It has like 4 or 5 autofocus points. It doesn't have a touch screen. It also doesn't have a tilty screen. You can't use it as a webcam. There is no reason anybody should buy this camera. I bought this camera as a joke, very similar to why I would buy a Rebel camera, just so that I could like mess around with it and stuff. It does take nice pictures, only 1080p video, but this camera is not worth what it costs. It's just not. It's just not. Here's the thing. I'm not going to go on too long of a ramble here. When you have limited resources, you want to be good stewards of these limited resources being money, right? In this case. So when you have limited resources, you really want to be careful with the things that you buy. And when you just look at something because it costs a little bit of money, that isn't necessarily being a good steward of your limited resources. That's just buying something because it's cheap. And the Rebel series cameras, all of them, and including the R100 and some like the A6000 or the A5000, probably the A6000 and the 6100, those are all cameras that are like, in today's day and age, they're not worth what they cost. Have you guys seen what the Canon M6 costs? I was looking at this the other day. Check this out. Canon M6 Mark II. Look at this fucking camera, guys. $1,000. This is another camera. This is way too expensive. This is way too expensive. So basically T7 on it's essentially yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. I just wouldn't, you know, again, not to pontificate too much on this, but it's not a good use of your money, of your limited resources. Hi, nice stream. What do you think of the Canon R7 for both photo and video? I like the R7. The R7's nice. Watch out because the R7 Mark II is rumored to be around the corner. So if you're in the market for the R7, I'd probably hold off, either to check out what the R7 Mark II has to offer, and also to take advantage of people trading the original R7 for the R7 Mark II. I have the R7, I own it myself, and the only way I would get the R7 Mark II is if for some reason they did a hard pivot and made it like an FX30, and they did like more video centric features on it, then I would get it. If it's just an R7 Mark II with like more photo-esque features, I would just keep my R7. Hello, can you help me figure out what to buy for my camera? Hold criminal scum. I have everything that I own in terms of accessories. It's the first link in my bio on YouTube, or my first link in the description. And I have all of the accessories for my YouTube setup, my camera bags, lens filters, accessories, SD cards, everything is listed here. And everything that I own, that I've purchased maybe 90% of the stuff that's on here. One of my favorite categories is probably my rigs right here. So if you wanted to build like a Canon rig, these are all the things that I use to build out a R50 rig. And this stuff is interchangeable, so you could use it for other cameras as well. The R50 is so pricey from where I'm at, but it's definitely one of the cameras I want. I think that's the goal, Kylie. And like, don't get too impulsive to buy something that you're gonna regret. Think of it this way: the T7 and the R100, is it in your budget this month? Yes. And if you buy it, you're gonna regret it 3 months later. And now you're gonna be shit out of luck with even less resources. So it's my opinion, my professional opinion from experience, to say practice a little bit of delayed gratification, save up a couple more gold coins, and maybe get it by summertime or something like that. Like, you don't need it now. You can wait another 2 months or so. You know, do whatever it is that you need to do to get some extra cash, and just make it a goal, you know. Print out a picture of it and stick it on your bathroom mirror every morning, right? Should I go for Sirui lenses or Sigma lenses? It depends, bro. I like both of them. The Sirui lenses are nice. I love Sigma lenses though. The type of guy I am, I have an R7, R6 II, and I'm thinking about upgrading to the R6 II and the R. Yeah, I own the R6 III and the R5 II as well. As soon as the R5 II came out, I upgraded immediately. It took me a while to get to the R6 III, but I did buy those two cameras day one. I did. Also use price trackers to observe a deal that you got. Yeah, and check out, you know, used options. You know, because actually, you know what, the M50, the R50, I'm sorry, is probably holding its price really well. So yeah, look, the R50 right here is almost costs just as much as it costs. It costs used as much as it costs new, right? Island boy. Dr. Swablu, as a professional camera buyer, get an R50 over an R100, or get used RP or something. An RP is not a bad idea. Yeah, an RP is not a bad idea. Sure. R7, R50, or A7 II. What do you think is the best for low light photography, like moon photos and such? Probably the R7. I recently bought an R50. Congratulations, bro. R50V is sick. You see, my is only time holding me back from a monitor. McGeesley, I made a video about that though on YouTube, about that exact problem. But not being able to record on an SD card while using the monitor because of HDMI is the only thing holding me back from a monitor. So what I do is that I memorize all of my button controls so that I can use the monitor and the controls. So if I need to control the camera, I can just use the physical buttons, and then I just lose control of the touch. That's what I do. McGeesley. And also they do sell a monitor. It's expensive though. It costs more than the camera. That you can record to the monitor instead of the external recording. MPB is great. MPB is great. I'm looking for a budget-friendly camera to use for streaming our live services. I plan to place the camera at the back. The church, do you have R50V? R50V is my most recommended camera of all time. This camera right here. R50V. Island Boy. R6 Mark II maybe is a good option too. Am I the only one here with Lumix? Yeah, Lumix cameras are... There are not that many of them. Not that many. Yeah, I saw it. Vic, can you check how much the R6 Mark II is? R6 Mark II I think is $2,500. Brand new. Yeah, R6 Mark II is $2,000 brand new. Used is about 17, 18, not that much less. Beast of a camera. Beast of a camera. The R6 Mark III is much better though. They made some big improvements on it. I think for low light you would want an R50 over an R7 though. Lower megapixels would be better. I think you would think, but I think the R7 is a better camera in general. For like moon shots and stuff like that, I'm really more thinking about a lens rather than the sensor. I hear your point though, Dr. Swablu. For beginner shooting, almost exclusive video, limited budget, should I start with an R50V XM5 or ZVE10 II? I own the R50V. I own two of them, and I also own a ZVE10 II. The R50V is $600. The ZVE10 II is $1,200. The R50V is about 90 to 95% of what the ZVE10 II is. The ZVE10 II is nice though. I have one. I have it in my backpack. I took it out today. It would be cool if you review our photography one stream. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that, Kylie. I'm not going to do it for free though. Maybe a couple times I'll do it for free, but I will do it for like, what's it called? Whatever YouTube calls the, what are they called? They're not called donations or whatever, but the gifted subs or whatever. It won't be much though, but yeah, I've done tons of reviews before. That's how I got started. I will be doing it though, Kylie Padilla. I will be doing it though. I saw that the Atomos Ninja. Yeah, the Atomos Ninja for sure. But if you remember in that video, I might have talked about it. If not, I'll make another video. My solution to it, because I have the R50V, is that I just memorized all of my button controls so that I don't have to use the touch and I can record to the SD card. So can I build that real quick for you guys? Might be able to. Let's see. I got a DSLR, memberships, super chats. Yeah, super chats. Yeah, I'll do them for super chats. I've seen multiple ones costing 500. That's so weird. At 2,000, body only on B&H. So I just got my friend the R50V for streaming for church service, and he has been having issues with overheating. Well, it's a small camera. It's a small camera. What are you recording in? And there's fans and stuff that they sell. So I just got my friend. And how is he streaming? Is he actually recording or is he live feeding? Because what I would do is I wouldn't be recording them with the camera. I would just be feeding the video. Is what I would do. Because, and also, what are your recording specs? And they sell these fans that are like a couple dollars, and you can like, all cameras are gonna overheat if they don't have a fan. And that's just the nature of cameras, is that if they don't have an internal fan, they're gonna overheat on you. Chances are very high that they will overheat on you, unfortunately. Unfortunately, guys. And you might say that's lame, but that's why they sell more expensive cameras. And you might say that's lame, but that's the reality. Alright, so turn this on. And then turn on this. Yeah, so this is exactly what I do right here. Who is the guy talking about the monitor on the R50V? So like right now, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I am recording on the monitor right now. And I'm turning this off. And what happens is that the screen turns off when you do this, right? So what I did is that I memorized where all my controls are, so now I don't have to actually use the screen. So I just use the buttons and I know where all my controls are, and now I can control the camera with my buttons, and I can use the screen. What's good, dude? What up? What up? Thank you very much. What lens do you do? Did I miss it? I feel like I missed a bunch of questions. Let me go back up. I got a DSLR. Memberships or super chats? Maybe memberships, but probably super chats, whatever. I'll figure it out later on. I probably will do it though. What would be missing? 5% difference in the ZV-E10. The missing piece from the R50V to ZV-E10, the ZV-E10 II has a larger battery. It also has a slightly better autofocus and a couple of nice features that are not really about 5% important, really. Anyway, gotta go later, Dr. Swablu. Thanks for stopping in. That sounds pretty sus to me. I only found one used around 1930. Yep, I checked everywhere else. Pretty sure they're scams. Be careful, people. Thank you very much. What lens do you recommend I use for the Canon R50? The R50, I always recommend the Sigma lenses, guys. Sigma lenses for most crop sensor cameras. That's why Vic always says don't get stabbed. Yeah, don't get stabbed, you guys. Rule number 1. If you're going to go to shop at Marketplace, don't get stabbed. Yeah, I'm gonna need an external fan with my S9. Yeah, so fans are important. Rigo, what's good, dude? Dynasty. I have to get a new Lonzi C camera fan cooler for my S9. Yep. Which is better for streaming, the ZV-E10 II or the Canon R50? Also, what lens would you advise? So I use the R50V and I use the ZV-E10 for streaming, and I don't have any overheating issues. I need to know a little bit more data information of your setup to know why it is that you're overheating. Because if you're just feeding a video feed to a recorder, you should be able to record endlessly if you have external power and an external monitor. Yeah, Kylie, I never recommend people go to what's it called? Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, or like those meetups to like buy something so expensive. The only place I tell people to buy cameras is from reputable resellers, MPB, KEH, or wherever a reputable reseller, wherever your country is, in whatever country you're in, and buy from somewhere that has a return policy, a guarantee, a warranty, and customer service. It's a very simple rule. Is the Sigma 16mm f1.1? Yes, it is, Renzo. Yes, it is, Renzo. I'm using it right now, actually. I'm using it on this camera, the R50. Renzo, do you write these things that I like tell you? Do you write these things down, bro? By the way, this camera right here, guys, is the R50 with the 16mm f1.4. And this one right here is the R10 with the 23mm. The vertical, the one that's up here, the R50, is streaming out to YouTube. And then the horizontal one is streaming out to TikTok. You write them on your head? Good points. I'm going to go for the Alexa 35. Nice, bro. Nice, dude. Hey, man, you missed my messages twice. What was your message, broski? What was your message, broski? Yeah, somebody in here was asking about the R50V and a monitor, and like you just gotta be better. Recommend me an SD card for my ZV-E10. Right here, bro. You can find it in my link in bio. You can find it in my link in bio. These are the SD cards that I recommend. Media storage. Cool. Yo, I had a good stream tonight, guys. I had a good stream, man. I'm actually getting better at this fucking thing, dude. Actually getting better at this thing. I'm pretty pumped. Even though TikTok's being a big butthead, that's okay. That's okay. I think, Julia, that TikTok gets mad at me because I talk about YouTube. And they're like super jelly. Because if you remember my lives that I've done like this for a while now, it used to be at least double digits, 12, 15, 20, 30 people. But this whole past week, it's been like well under 10. You were on fire. Yeah, I was. But then YouTube started popping up. And on YouTube, I was at like 2 to 3 concurrent viewers, which was great. But now I'm sitting at 12. I've peaked at 18 a couple times, which is great. You know, and the YouTube people are participating. Yay. I got a DSLR Canon EOS 600D 18 megapixel. Okay. Kit since it was bought for hobby photography. Is a 67 right choice with an 18? Yeah. Yes, it is. That's an easy question, buddy. Easy question. Thanks, Goat. I got a 30-second real estate reel to film tomorrow. Should I offer them anything else? Photos. Congratulations on getting that job, bro. Yeah, get them some photos. Also, see if you can film it in multiple aspect ratios. If you could film it in horizontal and vertical, that's a nice bonus. Doing photos is a nice bonus. Motorboat Jones. What up, buddy? So what essentials would you pick up for the R50V for video? What's a good third-party lens not over $40? That's a good documentary for music video. Oh, actually, Motorboat Jones. I have a R50V video rig on. It's the first link in my bio, or the first link in the description. I got it right here. Look, Canon R50V video rig, bro. Everything that I use. Actually, I kind of have a little video rig right here with the R50V. Just a little rinky-dinky one, you know, nothing too crazy. But yeah, I have everything in the link in bio right here. Everything that I use for the R50V. Right here. They got a Matterport or whatever. It does 360 photos. Okay, cool. That's fine, man. That's fine. Yeah, you won't be able to upsell everybody, man. You won't be able to upsell everybody. If you're looking to add more value, though, to your package, do a great job on this one, and then stay in contact with them. See if you can get them on a retainer on a package deal, or see if you can see if they have any other properties that they need coverage for. You know, meant 400. 400 is going to be a little tough, buddy, but I do have all my lens recommendations right here. These are all lenses that I personally own. Oh, you can get this one, the 30 millimeter, for under 400. What are you trying to do? You said music videos? Good for documentary or music video style videos. I would shoot for this one, man. This lens right here. This is a good all-rounder. It's a little above your price point, a little bit, but this is a good one. I'm actually using it right here on this setup right here. This lens right here that I'm using, this is the 18 to 50. You can't see it because it's off camera, but it's right here. Are you on YouTube? Yeah, you're on YouTube right here. It's this lens right here. Last time we shot 2 videos for one place. Wanted to shoot a 4 video retainer for 2 houses for 3. That's low. That's low. I would be 2 houses. I'd be at 600, bro. 300 a house. 250 a house minimum. You probably got to work your way up. You know what I would do, Shots by Hunter, since you're just getting your beak wet, just getting your feet wet, just getting like the lay of the land, trying to figure it out. I would stay at this price and do as many houses for them as you can. As many as you can. Every single one at a discounted rate. Let's say you get like 10 underneath your belt. By the 10th house that you do, you're going to be fucking good at this. You're going to be really good at this. For those 10 houses, what I would do is create a dedicated a dedicated social media account for this that is strictly, or a website or a landing page for this type of work. And then I would just start pitching myself to other realtors in the area. And then those guys, not these first guys that helped you kind of grow and get your feet wet, for the next round of people, then I would be charging 300, 400, 500 a house. Last time, this HOA he's working with, weird though, can't talk about certain things, so we went from 2 to 1 now. Yeah, HOAs are weird, man. HOAs are weird, but see, the thing is, like, they can afford a $13,000 camera, right? But they can't afford to pay you a fair wage, right? So what I would do is just get as much experience as you can from these guys, and then collect all this video work and all this experience, save all the images that you get, you know, because images are also really powerful as well. So even if you don't sell them images, I would be capturing my own images if I were you, and then using them for my own portfolio, because chances are you already have like a staged house or a house that's prepped for showing, and that's an asset right there that you can shoot photos of houses that are prepped and ready for showing. Yeah. Empty house is not furnished. No, it doesn't matter. Empty house is a prepped house. Yeah, empty houses is still what I'm saying. It's those houses are still prepped. They're not like what's it called, the model home or the viewing home. Yeah, empty houses are good just as well, dude. Even better, I would say. I've seen people take empty houses, bro. Empty houses that are like real estate photographers. They shoot empty houses and then they use AI to add furniture and add like plants and like a refrigerator and like make the house look nicer. And the images actually look pretty decent, dude. They actually look pretty decent. I actually saw that the guy that was doing that was offering that as an AI service, as an add-on. He's like, hey, for an extra 150, I'll furnish these homes for you for the photos. And like, to a realtor, that's like, oh, fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah, just do it. I'd rather just pay, and then you can make it look, you know, like, you know, you could tailor it. Wait, that's exactly, dude. Exactly. AI is, you know, the people that say that AI is going to take our jobs. No, bro, it's not going to take your job. It's going to take your job. Not my job. Our jobs are just fine, dude. It's only gonna make us better, dude. It's only gonna make us better. So from our poll, we had 35 votes total, which is crazy. Crazy participation. I'm gonna do polls more often. Sony took the cake. 35, what did I say? 35? Yeah, 35 votes, 49% Sony, 26% Canon, 14% Nikon, 11% Fuji. Taking our potable water and our processors. I'm okay with it, bro. We'll be fine. There's plenty of water. You want to make money, or you want to save the planet, bro? If you want to save the planet, go save the planet. If you want to make money, it's a different thing, man. You can't do both. Sorry, kids. We'll regret it in 150 years, but not today. Ha ha ha. That's terrible. All right, y'all. For those of you guys that are hanging out with me on TikTok, I am about to bounce. Anybody that's hanging out on YouTube, God bless you. God bless you. Thank you so much. I will catch you on the next one. Dynasty 9000, God bless you. Thank you, thank you. My 2 hours is up. Toodles.